Thank you so much for joining this lesson. We're going to look at a trigonometric equation. Solve for theta in the equation. 4 cosine of 2 theta plus 3 equals to 0 for theta ranging between 0 and 360 degrees. Remember to subscribe to this channel and to also share the link with friends. Let me start by expressing such that we have 4 the cosine of 2 theta being equal to negative 3, so that we may say cosine of 2 theta is equal to negative 3 out of 4. At this point now, I'll just put into consideration the negative here, but I will get a certain angle alpha, which is acute, and this will be given by the cos inverse of 3/4. So I need an acute angle, which is given by the cos inverse shift cosine of 3/4, and this is going to be 41.41. 41.41 degrees. Now, this is the acute angle, which is going to guide us so that we may get the angles whose cosine is provided here. Therefore, I'm going to sketch what we call the unit circle. Here is the unit circle. Then in the unit circle, we have 4 quadrants. In the first quadrant, all the trigonometric ratios are positive. Then in the second quadrant, only signs are positive. In the third quadrant, only tangents are positive. And in the fourth, it's only cosines which are positive. This means now we need the acute angle, which we have just calculated, in the quadrants where cosines are negative. And that is in the second quadrant. So in the second quadrant, we're going to measure 41.41 and also another 41.41 in the third quadrant, because in those two quadrants, cosines are negative. So we're going to exempt the first and the fourth. Allow me now say that 2 theta is equal to, when we take 180 minus 41.41, I'm going to get 138.59. 138.59. Then the next is going to be 180 plus 41.41, which is going to give us 221.41. So this one should be known that now these are the first 2 possible angles. But in case we make a complete cycle, we are going to get angles whose trigonometric ratios are equivalent to those of these angles, such that if we make a complete cycle and we add 360 to 138.41, we 0.59, sorry, we add 360, we're going to get 498.59. This is an angle whose trigonometric ratios are equal to those of 138. And when we add 360 to 221.41, we are going to get 581.41. Again, this is an angle whose trigonometric ratios are equal to those of 221. Because these angles are likely to be within the region, it's good you get many possible angles so that those are beyond, or the ones beyond the limits now, you just omit them at the final answer. Therefore, now I'll be talking about 498.59. Then I add 360. If we make another cycle, this will give us 858. 858.59. So all those are angles which are equivalent to 2 theta. So to get theta now, I have to divide through by 2. 138.59 over 2. This gives me 69.30 degrees. When I take 221.41, I divide by 2. This gives me 110.71 degrees. When I take 498.59 and I divide by 2, this gives me 249.30 degrees. When I take 581.41, I divide by 2. This gives me 290.71 degrees. When I take 858.59 and I divide by 2, that will be beyond the provided limit of 360. So now these are the angles which satisfy the equation above. Thank you so much for following. Subscribe and share.